So, what happened? Anyone want to start it off?
Well, I want to know what happened with your team. I mean, I guess my three biggest surprises, I guess, would be Brooklyn being what they're at, you being
Yeah.
where you're at, and Fort Wayne leading their division when I thought they would be last. I thought he needed a couple more seasons, you know?
I can show you mine, and it's going to be quick.
Uh-oh.
All right, before we made some adjustments, I think it was week 9 or week 8, one of those two, we were at minus 18
Oh.
in the turnover ratio. We're ranked number 1 in, what are we ranked number 1 in on defense? So, total yards gained and against the pass. Let me let Slam in. So basically, we're getting up the ball. The other team has the ball on our own red zone or wherever, on good field position, and they're just putting up points on us. So our offense has been atrocious. The last 2 games, we've been much better. We were at the red zone 5 times, and we were in the red zone 7 times. I just got to convert those now into touchdowns. They've been going for touchdowns, but more field goals. I'm getting there, but yeah, we fell off the cliff this season. But it allowed me to dive into my team and figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work, and stuff like that. But that's basically what happened to us.
Yeah, it's just you didn't really make any changes either from last year, you know? So,
What's with the running game?
I don't care about running. I'm more
Oh,
passing,
okay.
passing. So, yeah. But the running game this season, I agree, Quick, is
Right.
atrocious.
Unusually bad, right? Even for a team that doesn't care. I mean, three
Yeah.
and a half yards a carry last year is like, I don't care. 2 yards is like, you're just like out to prove a point.
yeah,
I think,
right?
I think also because the 3 of my offensive linemen I put in there are rookies from the start. So that can also be it. So one good thing we got out of it is that they gained experience this season.
Yeah, look at all those fumbles, too. Jesus.
Yeah, you see them?
We're not running the ball much, man. Holy crap.
So I'm trying to get to a 7-9 or an 8-8 record. That's what I'm pushing for. I do not want to be a bottom 3 team at all. If I can make it work with the team I have, I'll be very happy next season. That's basically, in a nutshell, what happened to my team.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't live with huge negative turnovers. Like, you have to be a special kind of offense to be able to overcome a really big negative margin on turnovers. So,
Yeah, it's that bad. As for Brooklyn, let's take a look at Brooklyn. What do you think
Sure.
happened to him? Get to team summary. Let's go to Brooklyn.
I know his quarterback isn't playing like he wants him to play.
So Adams, here we go. Averaging 5.79s per attempt, 11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Quarterback rating of a 67.6. His defense is just atrocious this season.
Yeah, compared to seasons past, that's really bad.
yeah, I don't get it. I mean, no one saw that coming, right? I listened to your preseason forecast show, and most everybody was like, well, yeah, Brooklyn will take care of those stupid pigs and stuff. That'll be no problem. It's fine. I'm not taking notes or anything, but
Yeah, no, that's for. Well, Mike, I did. Most of us did pick you second,
Well,
and to make the playoffs.
second place is the first loser, as I've gathered it. But anyway,
That's right, Quick. Second place is the first loser.
Yeah, he hit a wall as well. Let's look at his turnover. Let's see, not history. Where is it? Team statistics. Here we go. Where is he? He's right here. He's at -9. And his
So
turn
it's
was-
Yeah, it feels like the wheels came off. Like Brooklyn looks like a team that lost 4 veterans to some combination of free agency and retirement, or was just asleep at the switch during free agency or something like that. It looks like that kind of off a cliff to go from being a top 5 team in the league to bottom 10, and really decidedly so. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, no, and he didn't lose anybody.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
when I was watching this team, I was like, wow, he's going down. And I was saying to myself the same thing. What's going on with his team? Well,
I don't even think he switched coaches or anything. Is that it? Nope. Still running Kim Tyler, Jimmy LaBelle.
his red zone, let's see where he's at. He's only brought the ball down 27 times, but he's a 5.3, so he puts in touchdowns to field goals, as opposed to me, who's a 3.4. I'm all the way at the bottom, as you can see, with 21 field goals, 8 touchdowns.
Wow.
A recipe for a 3-8 team. But let's go back to Brooklyn.
I mean, usually in FOF, if there's a switch that gets flipped this abruptly with the same manager and mostly the same players, there's a game plan problem, right? That's usually what would explain this whole thing going south is, well, I tried a new thing, or I switched my offensive coordinator switched, but I'm still running my run and gun style, but now I have a smash mouth coordinator and he didn't know how to run these plays. Like usually there's something that makes sense in game. And, I don't have any speculation as to what's going on in Brooklyn, but this is a perverse enough outcome that I'm inclined to think something's afoot. It's not just that our guy, isn't as good as we thought he was. Something stinks here.
Maybe he did change his game plan. Could have been. And then there was another surprise we had, and that was, I think it was North Plainfield. Which...
That's another losing team with a terrible turnover margin.
Let's see where they are with that.
And a quarterback upside down on touchdowns and picks.
-9. His quarterback is not playing well this season. 5.58 per attempt, 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Wow, he's not having to play well this season.
Yeah, so both Brooklyn and North Plainfield had quarterbacks who were in that acceptable range, rating in the 80s, and not superstars, but net positive for the team. And both of those guys are playing really badly this season for some reason. I don't know. There's not much of a diagnosis, but those are some symptoms.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of quarterbacks, Howie.
Yes, sir.
How's your quarterback situation?
Currently, 2 of them are on crutches, and one's on crutches, and one doesn't know what day it is. It's been frustrating to say the least. What is it? I think it was week 4, week 5. Bond line went out with a hyperextended elbow. It was all right. I'll just start Willie Monroe, and he got hurt. So then I scrambled, had to find somebody, and he played marginally well in his first game, enough to give me a win. And I was all excited. Bondline was coming back. He was probable. I put him in the lineup, but I forgot to change the play if injured rating, so he ended up not playing, and I think that cost me one game because Compton started a second game when I didn't want him to, and then Bondline gets hurt again the following week, and the week after that Compton goes down. So it's been a quarterback carousel in Texas this year.
And yet you're 6-5.
Yeah,
I'm
baby.
6-5.
Yep, top of the division.
Have you guys ever played in a fantasy league where they charged you per transaction?
Yes.
Can you imagine what Howie's bill would be right now in this league?
No. Listen, I was smart. I dropped a running back and I picked up a fourth quarterback. I've never carried 4 quarterbacks, and now I have 4 on my roster for a reason. So, knock on wood, I won't need to sign another quarterback this year. And I just sealed my fate with having to sign another quarterback.
Now, did you pick up 4 quarterbacks in the beginning of the season?
No, I didn't. I only had 3.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I wonder if your players got hurt because you had 4 quarterbacks on the team.
No, I had I had 4, but I cut one in favor of a rookie, and that rookie is no longer on my team. Hagendorn. I think
But don't
that
sleep
was.
on Willie Monroe, though. Don't sleep on Willie Monroe. That guy's got some sneaky talent over there.
Listen, I'm not sleeping on Willie Monroe. I want Willie to play, but he's been hurt. He will be in the lineup for tomorrow, though. So check the game logs. We'll see if he has some magic left.
Boheim, he's been doing well for you. 7.46 yards attempt, 8 touchdowns for interceptions, so 2-to-1 ratio, 90 passing rating.
Yeah, the problem with him is he's got a glass jaw. He goes down a lot. He was hurt. He missed 3 or 4 weeks last season, and now he's going to be missing 6 to 8 weeks this season. So,
Well, it seems like Willie Monroe works for you as well.
yeah, he had a good first game. He opened up with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception, if memory serves me right. And I don't think he fared too well coming off the bench last week. I can't remember what the log said, but he got it. He was in early. I think Compton only played 2 or 3 snaps before he got hurt, and then the game plan that I had installed just wasn't. It wasn't Willie's game plan. So,
But 6-5, I had you when I did the prediction. I think at 3, third place, because of the quarterback situation. I didn't think you were happy with your quarterback, and that's why I thought you were going to drop to 3rd place. But you proved me wrong, and you're going neck and neck with Outer Banks.
yeah. I guess even if I lose out now, I've matched my record from last year. I think I was 6-10. So I'm hoping that I can get 2 more wins. And Outer Banks is going to be tough. It's going to come down to the wire. He's on a 2 or 3 game losing streak. I don't think that's going to continue. So I just have to win football games. And if I win, I think if my math is right, I can control my own destiny. But I've got no wiggle room for error.
Yeah, OBX has lost 4 in a row now.
Yeah, 4 in a row.
Damn.
Hey, guys.
Slam.
Hey, is that you?
That's me.
There
Finally.
we go.
All right, there we go.
You made
Nice.
it work. Congratulations. You made it here.
Thank you.
We're going to jump over to your team because you're another surprise.
Yes, I did
Slam.
not think that that rookie quarterback would be leading you to that kind of record.
But let's jump to Quick, and then Slam, we'll jump over to you, and then we're going to talk to Red Zone, because I know Red Zone has a lot to say.
What,
Quick?
Bob? Bob has a lot to say?
Oh,
How
No.
about that? Really?
Bob doesn't have much to say tonight.
Quick. Let's talk about your team. You've been putting it together. Talk to us.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think. I mean, what what you get in chess speak, right? The whole is a little bit more than the sum of the parts. That we have some secret ingredients to make things work over here. So I think we're benefiting from a little bit of that good luck and good fortune, but we're neutral on turnovers, but my quarterback has discovered his better self. I don't really think he's this good, but on the surface, through 11 games, almost 3-1 in touchdowns to picks and a close to a 100 rating, I'd take that twice on Sunday, right? So I don't think we really have the personnel to be a top tier offense. My defensive players are off good. So I think that's part of what's carrying this show. But I don't know, 8-3 is probably a little better than we truly are. And I think that quarterback's not quite as good as those numbers suggest. So we're a winning team. That's fine.
You got them playing super well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's look at your red zone situation. Look at that. You're here. So you're right up there with Tucker.
Wow.
And you put in the points. 33 touchdowns, 9 field goals, 45 times visiting the red zone. Can't beat that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pleased with all that stuff. We had a rough patch and lost 3 games in a row. Felt like everything was falling apart. Couple wins since, and once we beat Texas tomorrow, then that'll feel good. We'll show Willie Monroe the door. That'll be fine. That's a good way to go.
Plus, you're putting up 31.5 points per
Wait a
game.
minute. Did Joe Namath show up? Did I just hear a guaranteed victory?
I'm shaking my number one over my head, right? I'll be doing pantyhose commercials soon.
Howie? You got no reply to that, Howie?
I cut out just as he started to badmouth me, so I didn't really hear all of that.
We said
Perfect.
after he beats you tomorrow and he shows Willie Monroe the door.
That might actually happen. So I'm not gonna, we're gonna go play some Texas football, and we'll see what happens.
I just thought maybe Joe Namath showed up guaranteeing wins. I was going to try and get his autograph. I wouldn't bet against you either, Quick, but still, that's a bold statement.
Now,
Well,
just
Texas is on the ropes. I'd make that statement if I were in Quick shoes. But like I said, we'll see if Willie Monroe can beat his old team and pull out some Willie magic.
yeah, I like it.
How many times have you seen a QB that played for a team? And is this the first time Willie Monroe has played against Quick since you picked him up?
I think so. Yeah,
And
I'm
he
pretty
goes
sure
off
it
and Has
is.
one of these career games. Have you seen
Yeah.
that a lot?
No, he has Willie. I don't think Willie's seen much start since he left. He left the Pigs. I know. Did OBX sign him for a year and didn't play him? And then
That
I
sounds
picked him
right.
up. And then I picked him up, and he hasn't started many games for me.
Well, you'd think if anybody knew how to defend him, it would be Quick, but it's still. I remember seeing that quite a bit. Anytime a QB would go to another team, the first time they play their old team, they kind of have these career games. So careful, Quick.
We got the spy game plan ready to go. We know what this guy does, right? We've seen him in practice.
Yeah, you would know him better than anybody.
Oh, you got the formula down this season. It's working. Whatever game plan you have for Humphreys, it's working.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, this was the year Humphreys wanted an extension, and I looked around at all the free agent guys and backups and so forth. I looked very seriously about, can I acquire somebody who's better than Humphreys? He's just not good enough to win with. So I didn't want to extend him. I wanted to replace him. Didn't seem like anything in the draft, and I didn't see anything in the free agent market or trade blocks and stuff. So all right, and, he wasn't asking for a ton of money, so I extended him pretty reluctantly. Hold your nose, sign the deal. Anyway, he's proven me wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
not bad.
Castillo is having a career year too. He's playing really well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's the dog and who's the tail there, but it's working. That battery has to work, right? I only have one legitimate wide receiver on this team, so if Castillo can't be above replacement level, then this offense is no good at all. So I don't really love having my number one guy be an outside guy, but he's clearly an outside guy. So
All right.
Anyway, yeah, let's talk about Fort Wayne. That's the most interesting team, I think.
I think so too. Slam.
Well, far exceeding expectations. Just I patched the offensive line up, drafted the franchise quarterback who's playing okay. A lot of the other positions, I just had to add depth. I didn't make any splashy free agent signings. Move some guys around. That little cornerback I moved to safety is challenging for defensive rookie of the year.
Nice.
Back and forth, flip-flopping with the other guy. I'm getting lots of sacks. I think that's the key to my defense. It kind of cooled off the last 3 or 4 games, but we got 3 the last game, so hopefully we can get back. We was averaging over 5, I think, before 3 or 4 games ago.
Yeah, your defense only allowing 16 points per game.
Third in the league.
Yeah, I'm just as surprised as everybody. I thought 7 and 9, maybe 8 and 8.
Ninth, only 32% on third down defensively. That's big too. You get the teams off the field, they can't score. You're top 10 in both of them. You're doing well.
Very happy is all I can say. And Cush, he's playing. Him and Banks, I think, are having pretty similar seasons. He started off the first game, the other rookie, but Cush started off the first game, and whoever had compared him to Ryan Leaf, he had 4 interceptions and a lost fumble, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh God, I got Ryan Leaf.
Let's see here.
5 turnovers in the first game.
The guy that's carrying your offense is Conrad Sheps, your running back.
Oh yeah. High step ships.
Yeah, these guys are the same. Your running game.
Yeah, like I said, I had to patch that offensive line up. It's a work in progress, but it's doing the job so far.
Wow. This team is bananas. I love it. I don't get it at all. You're a magician over there. I like it. Welcome to the league, man.
The pieces were in place for most positions. I just had to add depth and fix the offensive line.
Are you happy with your line, or you still need to tinker with it a little bit more?
Oh, no. I'm still going to tinker with it. I'm definitely going to try to upgrade it.
Yeah, you did a good job with them.
It was really just a patchwork offensive line. Thanks.
What did we have, Fort Wayne, fellas, when we talked? And where did you put yourself, Slam, when we did this prediction?
Most of us, including me, picked me between 10-6 and 7-9. 10-6 or 7-9, and I had said possibly 8-8 at best.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had you at last because I picked Atlanta to win. I know that, and then San Antonio.
Yeah, I did
and then
too.
Houston, and then Fort Wayne.
I'm pretty sure I picked Houston.
That's the order I had them in.
I think I picked Houston, San Antonio, Atlanta, and then Fort Wayne.
This division's going to come down to the last game of the season between me and San Antonio.
Thanks for making us all look smart, Slam.
Yeah. Absolutely didn't do that.
Yeah, C-Max has Shea playing well this season as well.
Yeah, he does. And, he wanted to get on the show,
he's
but
playing really good.
His cat ate his headset today, so
That's okay.
yeah, I know he's.
Wait, can you say that again?
That sounds like a dog ate the homework.
No, he sent me a picture. The cat literally chewed through the
yeah,
cord.
Yeah. He sent the picture. I'm sure he sent the picture.
Yeah,
I love it. Will I play him this season? That'd be great in a game reply.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he's having a good season, and like I said, I think it's going to come down to that last game of the season when we play each other.
Yeah, he's been happy with how Shea's been playing.
I got 2 easy games coming up. I got Snapfinger and Cap City coming up, and then I have, I think, Atlanta, San Antonio last, and somebody else, Outer Banks.
Yeah, so you have
So I got
Snapfinger.
2 easy games coming up and 3 challenges.
Yeah, see, but now that you said that those are going to be easy games,
Yep.
they're going to be trap games, man.
Should be easy.
Yeah, there you go. Correct
Yeah,
yourself.
I know.
I don't think there's any such thing as an easy game in this league.
Not anymore.
Look at the NC. 15 out of 16 teams. And if you want to look at Brooklyn, it's a long shot, but mathematically, they're still not eliminated, I don't think. But 15 out of the 16 teams are still alive for the playoffs. Even Clay at 3-8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clay's not mathematically
I was going to
out
say,
either.
for as bad as Clay's playing, he's not mathematically out yet.
No.
He could go 8-8 and win that division, or finish as a wild card. The wild card would be awful tough.
The wild
division,
card, no.
they all fall apart. Hey, it's mathematically he could do it. He could go 5-0 and be 8-8. You know, I could go 2-3 and finish 7-9. So could the other 2 teams, and he could win the division. It's mathematically possible. That's how tight the whole NC is. Everybody except Brooklyn, and even Brooklyn at 2-9. I know 7-9 is a real stretch. He probably can't make it, but mathematically, I bet he still could. If you worked all the possibilities, I bet he's still alive.
It is crazy that last season we had 18 winning teams.
That won't happen this season, will it?
No, it will not. But think about that one. 18 teams. 18 teams had a winning season.
So with Fort Wayne, one real quick observation just from their team summary page that you've got up on screen now. It looks to me like they're getting home for sacks on an unusually high share of total pressures. And I think that might be one of those numbers that tends to regress toward a mean. That look at some of these big guys. Polimas has 6.5 sacks and only 7 hurries. Hitchcock, 8.5 sacks, only 12 hurries. Awful lot of good guys will have like 2 or 3 times as many hurries as sacks. There's a lot of good pass rushers. We'll get 7 sacks and 18 hurries to go with them. A lot of these guys are like 1-to-1, and Fort Wayne is number 1 in sack percentage for the whole season. So it's possible that there's a little bit of just like a little bit of sprinkled magic there that may not last forever. I don't mean this as criticism of the team. I'm trying to look for ways to explain how the team is 8-3 rather than 6-5, and that might be part of it.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
we're leading the league in sacks, and the last couple of games, halfway through the season, we was averaging over 5 sacks per game. And the last 2 or 3 games, it's kind of tailed off, and I struggled a little bit in a couple of those games.
God, you even have a cornerback that's got 4 sacks and 2 hurries. Jesus.
This guy's a boss, man. So interesting
guy too.
Yeah, interesting team.
Yes.
Well, Slam will
But
be
my
watching
defense is going. My defense is going according to how much pressure I get with them sacks.
Yeah.
How many sacks I get. It seems the defense was playing a lot better when I was putting more pressure on.
All right. Red zone, what happened?
Hit it, baby.
Well, if you pull up team summary,
I'm going to pull you up.
Nothing happened yet. He's still leading the division, and he's going to win it.
There it is.
Yep. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
well, I'm glad somebody thinks so. If you look at the QB statistics at the bottom,
I'm looking at it.
I wouldn't probably argue a whole lot with Waylon's performance. I wish he was a little higher yards per attempt. I'd take a couple more TDs and a QBR in the 90s, but he's not doing bad his first season here. So I can't argue statistically with what he's done. But look at the opponents. 10 TDs, that's great. And under an 80 QBR is decent, but only 4 picks. We're not getting the turnovers. And when I went to team stats, here's the numbers that I found. We're minus 10 in turnover ratio. That's 30th in the league. We've had 7 defensive turnovers. That's 32nd in the league. They had committed 17 turnovers. That's 21st in the league. And we're 17th and 18th rated in red zone offense, 17th in trips and 18th in touchdowns. That's not getting it done. That's it in a nutshell. I mean, tell me why. I'd love to know, but I mean, I have played games with game plans. I have played games with moving players around. I've gone run heavy. I've gone pass heavy. I've gone run heavy first down. I've gone pass heavy first down. I've mixed and matched. I've tried old game plans, new game plans, guided game plans, Rex game plans I made from scratch. Nothing sparks this team. We do not get what I'm looking for, no matter what I do. We are as inconsistent as the wind. We put up 9 points against Howie and 3 against Clay. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, no offense, but we shouldn't be scoring 12 points in 2 games.
I agree about that one.
That just shouldn't be happening. I don't care if you beat me 30-27, but you're not beating me 12 points in 2 games. That's 6 points a game. Really? I'm paying this QB how much? And this running. Look at the ratings on this QB and this running back. They can't get me more than 6 points a game.
Oof.
We weren't playing Ben. Sorry, I mean, we weren't playing quicksand. Those 2 games. I mean, I'm sorry. We should have hung in those games. We should have been right there. And then we lose yesterday on a field goal with how many seconds left? 6 seconds left in the game. We fumble the ball. He runs 3 or 4 plays, kicks the field goal, and goes home with a win. We handed it to him. We gave it to him. That's frustrating.
Yeah, you should be scoring more points. Your quarterback's playing good. Your running back's good.
Yeah.
And if you do the breakdown in the miscellaneous passing, it looks okay, but the way those game plans have been designed, there should be more medium passing, and the medium passing is only 50% completion. So even when we do throw medium, we're not completing them.
And it's only being completed for 5.85.
He's checking down a lot. He's going to the secondary receiver and outlets. I realize outlets doesn't happen very often, but he's hitting the secondary receiver more than I want. And I've even tried to adjust that. Okay, we have the wrong guy in the role that's the secondary receiver most of the time. Okay, let's flip those 2 receivers. Nope, doesn't fix it. So I don't have any answers. I have a game plan in for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I did some changes. I thought about some things and looked at some things. Will it work? I don't know. I'm playing Oakland. I mean, if he beats me, I'm 5-7. I mean, where's Chris at? He picked me to go 12-4. He's got to be mad as hell. What are you doing over there, Red Zone? 12-4. Not a chance.
Yeah, it looks like you've got like the death of 1,000 cuts. I mean, I had the same reaction as Slam, that I first look at your quarterback statistics look reasonable. Your running game looks reasonable. So this looks like a team that should be, north of 500 by a couple of games. And so your -10 on turnovers looks like a lot of that is fumbles. You got a fumbling receiver. Is that a consistent thing? Is this guy Tatum a problem? I mean, he looks like he's good enough to play. You can't bench him.
Well, he's fumbling and he's dropping the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
so he might have to go.
He's not been worth the money I paid him. I had to overpay to get him in free agency a couple of years ago, and he has never lived up to that kind of money. I mean, he's played okay, but the endurance kills him.
Yeah, sometimes you got to cut losses with people that are causing you harm than good.
Yeah. I don't know. I've looked at it 100 different ways, and I mean, losing to Mass Luis, hey, there's no disgrace in that. He's a good GM. It's a good team. I wouldn't have been shocked if we lost. The way we lost, yeah, that kind of made me angry. I was like, really? Just hand it to him? I mean, we're going to overtime. Just hang on to the ball.
Yeah, frustrating.
I mean, if you give him anything, you may as well not even play the game. He's going to beat you. I mean, you're going to be lucky to beat him anyway. you sure can't give him the ball in field goal range. I mean, here, you could have kicked the field goal right after the fumble. I don't think he gained hardly any yardage. He just ran plays to kill the clock.
I'd be more disappointed in that loss to Clay with scoring 3 points. What the hell happened there?
Both teams, all we did was score field goals. Look at the passing yards in that game.
Let's go to that game.
Pull up the box score. Look at the passing yards. Tell me what happened. For Chicago, passing yards.
Here it is.
Top.
He attempted 35 times. He only completed 13. 99
wow.
yards total.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Now, how does that happen?
I don't fucking know.
I changed my defensive plan.
That's true. And McIntyre
on
didn't.
that week.
Yeah, McIntyre didn't run well at all either.
So your week when I played you, and the week I played
Okay, so hang on.
Slams.
So let me pull this box score up. I want to get this straight because I'm not buying it. But hang on, where is it? What week was it? 11.
What week was it? Week 11.
Okay. Kansas at Chicago. Here's the box score. Okay, so you put a defense in that was able to shut my running game down to 25 carries for 84 yards and shut my passing game down to 75 net passing yards. You covered both the run and the pass that well.
I changed my offensive game plan and my defensive game plan for week 9 and week 10. It's the same one. And those 2 weeks, the defense did very well because the offense did well. And also that. So that could have been part of it.
Well, why did that Casey Wolf get 18 targets?
I stuck him in the slot to see what would happen.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, nothing.
That maybe.
Well, he kept Grim. He kept showing up at the end of the game, making these catches, and you're like, geez, I wonder what would happen if I played him more. So
I would do the same thing.
I did, and
now
I found out, he needs to play at the end of the game.
Yep.
Maybe you could have had 300 yards if you didn't throw it to Wolf.
Well, I mean, I guess my point is there's no defense that stops the run and the pass. So, I mean, unless you called every play exactly right all game long, that isn't what happened. That was as much on us as it was on you.
I sacked 5 times, too.
Yep.
He was hurried a lot, too. Look
But
at the hurries.
if you're rushing the passer and sacking the passer, then you're not stopping the run.
Wow. That has got to be the worst game I've ever seen you play. Holy shit.
It's the worst game I have ever. Absolutely. Under 200 net yards. I mean, really?
And I think you got to add to division rivals. I don't know if this game has that. As you notice when we play division teams. Yeah, right? So when we play each other, no matter how good each other are or bad, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Like I said, my thing still comes back. I mean, if you're stopping the run, then you're not stopping the pass. If you're stopping the pass, then you're not stopping the run. To do both, you have to make every call exactly right all game long. That's hard to do. I'm not sure I'm buying that.
But I think that was a trap game. I even mentioned that on the forum. For you.
I didn't take it as a trap game. I knew you'd come hard. That's what she said. I know.
I thought it was going to be. I expect another 27-20 kind of game that we had the first week. Kind of that. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked.
That's a perfect example right there. That's a real good picture of my season right there. That box score. And the defense played fine. All we gave up was field goals. There wasn't a touchdown scored in the game, was there?
And which one?
Our game.
No. I don't think so. I don't even think my quarterback even threw a touchdown.
So when you start the season and you sit down in the room with your offensive coordinator and you say, okay, we're going to play a team that's going to only score 6 field goals. Do you think you can win the game? What's he going to tell you? Every time.
Look at that. Yeah, it was all field goals.
It doesn't look like it's going to get any easier for you either, Bob, the next
couple
games.
We got Oakland. I was looking at my schedule.
At Oakland, at Gothenburg, then Arizona at home. And you were right about Rick in our last chat.
Oh, I
He
told you.
kept telling us, "Hey, don't let this guy fool you.
I
You'll get
told
this
you. He
shit turned
does this all
around."
the time. He'll lull you to sleep. Oh, we're going to rebuild. We're going to have to tear the team apart. We don't have any talent.
Speaking
and then
of Rick,
he puts his game plans together, and suddenly he's in the middle of it.
He just
He does
jumped
it all
on
the
right
time.
now.
Oh, really?
Rick,
Hey,
Hey,
we were just talking about
yeah. Family function ran long. So what part of trashing the miners did I miss?
We were just calling you a liar.
Okay, I can take that.
well, Bob was calling you a liar last show, saying, "Don't believe this guy."
Okay.
I told him you'd be in the middle of it. Where are you?
In the middle of it, apparently, but we're not exactly lighting the world on fire in the north.
Well, how about wait a minute? Let's go back to last season. If you were 0-12, what would me and Iowa's records be and Clay's records be?
Probably double that.
We'd be doing a little better, wouldn't we?
Well, you guys got 2 easy wins per year, sadly. So I'm going to at least make you guys earn a win over me if I have to play you guys, which I do twice a year. Well, yeah, we're knotted up at 5-6. Chicago, Arizona, and Iowa. We're not exactly lighting the world on fire over there.
No, it's going to be interesting how this thing ends in that division.
Yeah. Anything I got past 4 wins was a victory because I don't have any offense to speak of. The defense is the only thing that keeps us floating.
You hear Grim?
I hear him.
Are we jumping into your team, RG?
And whoever's playing him next, don't listen to this show. You'll be looking at a 30-7 loss.
Oh no! I got Julio already lit me up, so I didn't have any expectations in that game. My only expectation was, please don't get shut out. Please don't get shut out.
Oh, Rick, we're going to come back to your team. I want to go to
no
Grim,
worries.
and we'll just talk about what happened so far this season. Grim?
Playing better than I thought we would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our offense is exactly where I thought it would be. We're not very good. Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain the wins really. I thought we'd be 6-10 or 8-8, and it seems like we've been. No, we do the playoffs like every other season, and I haven't got my tie yet. I'm still expecting that.
You're at +8 with your
That'll
turnovers.
probably come against Brooklyn, Grim.
Yeah, and well, against Chesapeake and Frederick, both of those games I had 2 pick sixes. So I'm just like, oh, where the fuck's that coming from?
So you took all my turnovers away.
I did. So yeah, I just, I don't have a lot to say. Just, I think we're playing a little better than I expected. And, we're going to try to hold out here and see if we can get to 8-8, maybe 9-7, maybe make the playoffs. But with how they're playing down in, Hanalei and those guys are all looking playoff bound now too. So.
Your quarterback's not giving it away, and for a young guy like this, you expect his first year to be kind of rough with interceptions. So you've managed to avoid that with him somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know what his hidden numbers and so forth look like, if they're unusually strong. I mean, he's got some nice component pieces there, but I would still expect this guy to have 10 or 11 touchdowns to go, or picks to go with 15 touchdowns at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting too. What's his?
Yeah, so that's
average interception is 40, so that's not even good. But yeah, we'll just keep cranking out here. I got 4 of my last 5 away, so that's not good. I know I'm not beating Chesapeake at home or at his place.
Your defense this season is not good. You're at 26 total yards gain. You're usually at the top 5. Your defense all the time, Grim.
Well, we're struggling on the rush defense. Our passing defense last year was actually really good. I don't know how we did it, but we're usually at the back end, always on the passing defense yards. So I just think that turnover ratio is helping us. We're getting some fumbles recovered, getting some interceptions, and making do. McElrath is playing a little worse than he did last year. But we'll see what we can do, man.
How do you see yourself finishing?
Well, the 4 away games. I'm thinking we go 8-8.
You got Iowa
think-
next,
I
Snap,
think-
and Brooklyn.
I think maybe we can win 2 of those.
Okay. And the last one is against Quick. Now,
I'll get it.
That would be something if you guys have that. Because
Yeah.
what do you call it again? Wild cards are going to be difficult to make.
Yeah,
the way all
especially
the teams are playing out.
Yep. Can't believe Hanley's doing so good despite his absence. Again. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough go for us to make the playoffs. I don't see it happening, but I say that almost every year.
All right. Rick,
Sure.
what happened?
It's been a long season. Yeah. This team had a lot of holes to fill, and I only got half of them filled. Let's see. Running the ball, that's with smoke and mirrors. Passing the ball, that's with a wish and a prayer. And then defense, we do okay there. I mean, I have a quarterback with under 50% completion, so I'll let you fill in the rest with the expletives of choice.
That's pretty good.
Do you have some cards with these prayers written down that I can borrow?
You're +7 on your turnover margin, which is good.
Which that's where our defense does take away its share.
It's amazing.
But the
that
completion
you're 5-6.
percentage is killing me. Oh, I think I've had one game over 50% completion. But then I look at my receivers, route running bars, and it kind of tells me the story.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's not the QB.
No, the QB's the keeper. Henderson's probably my best receiver out of the whole bunch. The tight ends average when you look at his route running bar. His complete overall is justified from other bars that give him that. It's not that receiving bar.
Your QB's actually your leading rusher.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had the
I was just
green
gonna
light
say
in his
that.
ass after the first few games. And you know what? That damn rushing bar, I got to use it. If I kill him, I kill him.
It's amazing that you're 5-6, and
Yeah.
not 1-9
Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors.
or 1-10. I meant.
Yeah, David Copperfield action over here.
Well, turnovers, and I mean, you only have 4 guys who even show up as meeting the threshold for getting targets. So, and like 3 out of these 4 guys have crap route running bars. So that's
Right.
a really interesting
It's
combination.
smoke and mirrors, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Look,
your quarterback's like, what am I doing here?
he kicked the shit out of me. 21-9.
And before Julio rehanded us our ass, we laid into poor Joe and his team.
Guys, Howie just sent me a text. His cell phone dropped the show. He's going to try and get on when he gets home.
That's
Okay.
Well, most
But,
of you guys
yeah.
said he was a good GM, and it's a big improvement.
It's it's a work in progress. So the first year, at least I got a defense put together that I can at least hold over for cohesion. That's my hope. And then offensive, I need new coaches because the scouting bars and those coaches were bad, and I had a terrible draft, and it's like, we got to start over. So I'll put the advertisement out now. The first round pick for Arizona is up for grabs. If anybody has a nice 26-year-old running back that has good bars, let me know. We'll talk.
I got one of those.
Yeah, I might as well.
I got
And
one
then
that's going to cost more than one first.
There you go. And Bob, I like what yours has got. So we'll have to talk if you want to ship them off.
I'm not sure I'm going to want to pay him. I got the QB to pay him now.
Yeah, because QB, I like coffee. I really do. And so, but he needs help. He can't be my most effective running back. So, it just will not work.
To see what the cap looks like, but that could be. He's going to be in year 4, and he's going to want the money. And
Yeah, which is
I don't know if I'll have.
If I can get him some help running the ball, I can then maybe go for another route running receiver I can get through free agency or give up a pick for a veteran. Just any little bit helps because it's Coffee running for his life and completing less than half of its passes. That offense is not a recipe for long-standing success. And as you see, we give the ball to everybody. Blanchard, Coffee, Wolf, McQuiston, and Blauer. Everybody gets a little piece of the run there.
God damn.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody use that many running backs.
And the ultimate by committee, because each one has a unique bar for the run they're going to run.
I like it. It's like a clown car back there.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
The ultimate running back clown car. I wish I could do that with my receivers, but I have like one guy I can throw it to that I know will run a good route, and that's Henderson. And everybody else after him, good luck. But defensively, hey, I can say we're top 10. So, but if that's the only thing I can hang my hat on, as it's been a long season, and I expect us to maybe finish 7-9. That's my hope, 7-9.
You were competitive. That's all that matters.
I think it would be funny if 7-9 takes our division, which is not out of the realm of possibility, by the way.
You're right on target for it. So,
I'm going to try my best to disrupt this division.
Now, if I win this division, you guys are never going to hear the end of this, right?
That's
Well,
okay.
So
You'll never
write
be-
that one down. If Rick wins the division, you guys will never hear the end of it. The
Wait
0-16
just a
miners
minute.
jump in.
Yeah.
No,
If
no,
you-
wait just a minute. Who is it that sat here and told everybody that this was a smoke and mirror show to watch this guy at the last show? Don't I get some credit if you win a division too?
Yeah, I'll give it
I
to
said,
you.
if I win it, you guys want to hear the end of it. But if Bob wins it, it was expected.
Yeah, so I can either do what was expected or be a disappointment.
Exactly. Or be the end of my jab each time.
You know what's the beautiful thing? Is that Rick has to play me the last game. And that's going to be the deciding factor.
yeah, could be it.
Yep, I've been watching you.
And so
You and those 40-plus pass attempts. I'm keep my eyeballs on that.
I'm letting you know I'm passing. So there's
I-
no hiding it.
Yeah, and
Whatsoever.
from my end, there's no hiding it. We're running.
That's fine.
Because passing is not going to be very good. And so I have to find a balance of what I just take a bunch of plays and throw it against the wall. Whatever sticks is what we're going with.
You need Clay's QB to throw up 3 or 4 picks, and you'll take it.
Exactly. I need a pick 6 to generate some points, I guess.
The last 2 games
But-
he hasn't thrown a pick, but I think against Rick he threw 5. Let's see.
Yeah, we got you pretty good.
Yeah, you did. I hated you for that, by the way.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. No, only 2, but it was bad.
I'll still take 2.
No, he did bad that game.
Yeah, 48% Ray was not a good game, but 57. Is that 57 I'm reading? Yeah, that's a lot of attempts.
That's too many attempts. I agree with you on that one. Way too many.
Yeah.
I want to keep it at 35,
Mhm.
37. I want to keep around there.
In order to do that, don't you have to run the ball a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I think T-Zac proved that running was optional in all of his flying circus offenses.
Tucker's throwing 50 times a game this season. They're unstoppable.
Yeah, he's unstoppable.
I mean, I wouldn't even defend the run against Ben. I would just cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, everything. In fact, I throw a whole cover 1, 2, 3, 4 defense out of him. Screw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run. If he gets to run, it's the quarterback that did it. It wasn't anything else.
Somewhere Ben's listening and laughing, saying, "Yeah, that won't work either, guys."
Let's look at Ben's screen right now.
Hey, man, I held him to the least points this
See?
this season. So
Well done.
He's,
Well done.
Andy had a kickoff return touchdown. So 2 offensive touchdowns and a field goal. I'll take it.
That's a win.
Yeah. Yeah, good job.
his
He's
team
just honoring
summary,
everybody.
his points per game is 39.5 points
That's
per
insane.
game.
That's insane.
His third down conversion is 49.3.
Mhm.
God.
His total yards a game is 453 yards.
That's the average. That's not even the high game.
Mhm.
Right. That's bananas. It's
Fucking 48,
Unbelievable.
48 touchdowns and 14 interceptions total. That's fucking insane.
In 11 games.
And here's the crazy part. It won't even touch T-Zac's touchdown total. T-Zac, 90 touchdowns in one season from his quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's like
So,
another galaxy.
yeah, I'm throwing a party if
That's
my
insane.
quarterback has 25 touchdowns in a season.
And his defense is only allowing 17 points a game. So his defense is off the charts as well.
Well,
It's not like his defense is allowing 25 points or 26.
his
Mhm.
defense is probably all cover two, 3, and 4 because everybody's
They're all
behind
playing
FTV.
catch up, right? Playing catch up ball, and it's easy to
Yeah.
get picks.
But 5.5 yards per attempt. He's only given up 5. Like, he's not dropping back deep and letting everybody have 9-yard crap underneath. It's like they're playing honest pass defense. They just know it's pass.
Right. And he runs lots of protection, so he's keeping his quarterback upright, and he's getting the high completions, and they're going for chunks.
Yeah, this is pretty sick.
This season, he's just dominating.
And Terry's in his 8th year, so we're going to deal with this for a while.
Wow.
And he signed him for a song, right? He picks this guy up off the free agent heap for like a 2-year minimum salary deal, and is only paying him now because he's become a lights out starter. But this guy was basically unwanted. This is a misfit toy who's running the tempo over there. All the wide receivers are first rounder. Ben every year at pick 28 and 32 is always taking a wide receiver. And now they're all 1,000-yard guys. They're all getting 9 yards per target and shit. So
Exactly. The Ben Cirque du Soleil circus keeps adding acrobats at wide receiver.
Right. So go ahead, draft a guy to be wide receiver 6. They'll figure it out later.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
You got it.
And then you can finagle your way into somebody to play middle linebacker or someone to play free safety or whatever. You don't need to spend money and resources on that. Just get wide receivers.
And they get pass rushers for all the teams that have got to play catch up against you.
Yeah. Right, but they could be pure ear pin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gee, you mean taking wide receivers and skill position players in the first round is a good plan?
Interesting. Write it down, everyone.
Yeah,
Who's been saying that for a while, Rick?
I know. Yeah, I would. I'd go for 2 good wide receivers.
He just put it exactly like I did. Middle linebacker, really? You can find one of them in free agency.
Yep.
No need to draft a middle linebacker.
Well, also Gutenberg, Julio's team. I like what he's doing, by the way.
Yes, good old Gothenburg.
He's got this guy. What does he call him again? The quarterback? Cold Town Killer.
Yeah.
Well, see, he's the anti-red zone is what he is. He's got one game all year where he scored less than 20 points. Wonder if he'd put that playbook on eBay. Probably wouldn't work for me anyway.
I think he posted somewhere along the way this season that something was wrong with the game plan, and he tinkered with it, and now it's better. And his last several games are testament to that. His last 4 games, team's been playing really, really well on offense, and the first 6 or 7 games, they were sort of limping along as an average offense. So they may have figured it out. Whatever you do with this like 2-bar wonder quarterback, I don't know. I still don't claim to understand what the timing bar really amounts to in a legitimate offense, but maybe he and Zach both have figured out how to harness some value out of that. I get accuracy. I don't get what you do with a 96 timing bar other than look at it.
Look at Ben's QB.
Yeah, that's his biggest bar, that timing.
Medium pass and timing.
Yep, they're 3 and 4 routes right there.
But he's spreading the ball around. His defense is only allowing 15
His
points
defense
a game.
is insanely good.
He's ranked number 2 with 294 yards allowed.
Yeah.
And he's in the top 5 on offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think anyone's going to catch him in his division. But go ahead.
No, he's definitely going to get the bye.
Dangerous team.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we all picked him to win that division as well.
So I can see Gutenberg, Tucker, of course. Fort Wayne and San Antonio. That's going to be that's a toss-up right now. And then on the top,
It's going to come down to the last game, I said.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm shocked with Harlem, by the way, up there.
Yeah.
I had a Harlem first, and then Toronto with North Plainfield following right behind by a game or so.
Yeah, BG Bob's playing Rochester a lot better than I thought. I thought he was going to be at the end. I did pick Toronto to win that one, but I think he's getting frustrated over there now too.
In Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have Livingston playing well for the caliber quarterback he is.
No, but he lost his wide receiver, so he lost some cohesion. And he signed that Damian Lorenzo from Hanalei.
Yeah, I think the team that shocked me the most that's having a rough time is Brooklyn, because I thought they were really good last 2 years. At least from what I was able to look at all the teams going, hey, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah,
13 wins last year to 2.
Yeah, to 2. It's something goofy happened there.
We talked about them. And we were saying we don't know what happened.
No, he doesn't. Jops doesn't know what's happening either. I mean, he had no major turnover. I just don't see where he's collapsing. He's got the exact same team he had last year.
And that's the part where you just go, it's got to be the dice rolls. Or it's just something, because unless he made a dramatic change to the playbook that was enough to throw the whole damn thing off center.
No, I think he said in the forums that he's still using the same playbook. The most shocking thing is the defense. His defense is always fucking scary, and this year is just garbage.
Yeah, I keep hearing everybody always wants to talk about dice rolls. How come Ben doesn't get the dice rolls? Can I use Ben's dice?
I know. I want his shiny dice that he uses.
I agree with Red Zone on this, by the way. Red Zone brought this up last time. Go ahead, Red Zone. What were you about the dice roll? I remember you said this.
I just don't think. I mean, the same people win consistently, and the same people struggle consistently. And you look at Ben. You know what? Whatever dice he's using, when it's my turn to throw, can I throw his?
I want him to blow up my dice.
Yeah. Ben broke the fucking dice a long time ago.
I mean, it's no different. Quick, you're sitting there. I mean, every year, I know you're going to be in the hunt. If you're not in the hunt, something major happened. It'll only be a 1-year hiccup, and you'll be right back the following year. So you're doing something every season that the rest of us are not doing. What is it?
I think it's all the little things. I mean, clearly in the short run, there's a bunch of luck involved. And clearly in the long run, there are some things that work better than others, right? So you can have it both ways in this conversation about dice rolls and good fortune and so forth. So yeah, it ought to pan out. Now, like, you know, Ben is at some sort of a peak right at the moment. And he even posted recently saying, I thought the team would be good, but not this good. So, you know, he's probably benefiting from the good end of some variance there. But, you know, what we know about Ben is that every facet of the game is something that he is relentless on. And if he's not good enough with figuring out this particular piece, he'll spend whatever time it takes in his basement until he noodles through it and tests through it and game plans through it and so forth. And, you know, I mean, I think he's that guy. He's the most meticulous person among us, and it shows in the way he plays the game. I'm not as disciplined as he is. I do have my own ingredients, and they generally keep me, you know, in contention and so forth. Yeah, but I don't know. The dice are still there.
Well, that's one of the reasons I'm just playing in the one league now. My job's taken a ton of time that it wasn't before. I didn't work for 2 years because of my back, but you know, I was in 7 leagues and running one. And I was like, you know what, this is never going to work with these hours at the new job anyway. And I'm going to get down to one league and concentrate just on that one team. And I've got a notebook filled with a bunch of stuff from every game all year. What that'll amount to, I don't know, but that's the approach I'm about to take. Is we're going to crawl inside this one team and check everything.
I got to tell you, by the way, Colorado, Pizer, his team, points per game, 14 points his defense allows.
That's kind of ugly. I don't want to play him.
He's got
me and Quick had Pies around our division in CCFL for years, and we had fun with him.
Yeah, no, he's solid. He also has a pretty standard approach. But anyway, he's grinding it out. Look at the running game, right? That's how you keep other teams from scoring. You run the ball for 6 yards a clip.
Well, I made that mistake of not looking at his running game when I played him, and I got my ass kicked bad.
Oh yeah, 31-10.
Yep. I'm like, when I was looking at the box score, I'm like, who's this fucking Morris Farley guy? I thought he was, he's got Rondell Binkus and Ike Christie, Trenton Hampton, Jamison Ward throwing the ball. I'm like, I got to stop the pass. Fuck no. He just killed me. Ran all over me.
Yeah, he's doing well with his team. I had him, I believe, taken second, and Oakland taken first. So,
yeah, I had Oakland taking the division as well, and Colorado second, I believe.
Well, Oakland will be fine after they beat us tomorrow.
He's been frustrated with his season, I think.
Oh, he has.
Jugs?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at him.
Said his defense is trash in one post. He's not sure why.
Yeah, his defense is not doing well if you look at the numbers here.
Yeah, not up to snuff there.
No, I mean, this is a case where, I don't know what you guys do defensively, but he runs pretty much all press. It's press one or press two. And he's got the players to match, they have the bars to match that scheme, but I can't stick to just two defenses and run a whole game that way. I just can't. There's got to be a third one. There's got to be a way to mix things up a little bit somewhere. I don't think he uses any cover three. I don't think he likes cover two because the man-to-man, he's got all bump bars on his players. So, that may be coming back to bite him if those players are getting older, declining. That could also be what's happening to me. My secondary has always been a strength of the team, and we're not doing well against the pass either. So it's something I've been looking at.
Yeah, because if his defense was a little better, he probably would be more like a 9-2 team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He does play all press. Just check some of the logs.
And that lets you put a guy like Samuels on the field a lot, who for most of us, this guy is 90 something and bump, and avoid in zone and nearly zero in man. So for most defenses, you'd say this guy looks like a liability. For him, this is like a 60 or 70 tackle kind of guy.
Yep.
And performs well and plays for peanuts.
And
it's an interesting angle if you're willing to commit to it. You have to have at least one like stud monster corner, I think, to play that much press. So Matthews,
he fits
for
things
him,
to his system. I'm sure if you pull his defense up, everybody, linebackers and DBs, probably all have a bump bar.
We can look at right now. We got Matthews here.
Yeah. I think that generally shows up. It's tough to find linebackers with a whole lot, but he's got some pretty decent bump ratings on those guys, whatever that gets you. So anyway, I think it's good for the league to have a team like Oakland that's got a different philosophy than most of us, that's generally successful. So we know that he's going to kind of stick with it year to year. And when he's drafting, he's going to be looking for pieces that fit that system rather than, well, I did that for 3 years and I'm going to do something else. Like I like that stability to say, all right, well, Oakland's going to do what they do. I think it's good for the league to have somebody like that. And I don't know, the fact that he's in the playoffs and wipes me out about every 2 or 3 years in the postseason doesn't hurt. So I remember him.
He's got the leg up on Colorado because he's 4-0 in his division.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, all I'm saying, and this is how I beat him every time I play him. Cover one buzz, man. Cover one buzz, cover one buzz, cover one buzz. Make him beat you with Haskin.
Which he doesn't throw all too often either. And when he does throw, it's very dinky-dunky stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, don't lose it on offense, right?
Exactly.
No, in our game, I held him to 226 yards, 30 rushes for 114. So that cover one buzz really does help.
That's terrific, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the NC West, I think Oakland's still going to take it. Colorado second. NC East, Quick will take it. And you've been playing well, Grim. So I think you'll come in second.
Second,
And I think those are the two wild card teams too.
Yeah, NC South. Oof. If Willie Monroe really starts playing well, I think then Texas might take this one. Because Outer Banks, Haynes, I don't know. Something's going on with his team.
I still think he'll take it.
Yeah, I did pick Tony to win that one with Howie a close second. They're kind of shaking out that way. So
I just don't see anybody from that division as a wild card. I think you're going to see wild cards from the East and West.
And in our division, NC North.
Flip a coin.
Interesting.
Flip a coin, Clad.
Yeah. I can't because of I have too many losses in our division and I have too many losses in our conference. You guys would have to lose 4 games.
Yeah, you would have to run the table from here out.
Yes, after run the table, and you would have to lose 3 games.
Exactly.
That's how it has to play out.
Like I said, don't let me win this division, fellas. Don't let me win this division.
I'm gonna go.
I will have so much fun with it. I'm telling you, don't let me win it.
I'm gonna go with Red Zone.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm still picking Red Zone.
Yeah, Bob's team is much stronger than mine, so
I wish you guys would pick somebody else.
Okay, I'll pick me again.
I mean, I'm like, all I can do is disappoint at this stage. Either expectations or disappoint. There's no way to surpass.
Who do you guys play tomorrow?
I think the Oakland game's huge, though. If we can't beat him tomorrow, we're going to struggle. It's going to be an uphill battle with 5 and 7.
Bob's got a tough road ahead of him there.
Yeah, he does.
Oakland,
Yes, he does.
Gothenburg, and he's got the bye week with us.
Now, I mean, if I get past Oakland, if I somehow win that game, well, then okay, then I'm thinking, all right, maybe we got some things fixed because I did make some changes, but
Yeah,
you never know with him.
Yeah, Bob, I still got a secret about Oakland. Cover one buzz.
See, but here's what happens, Grim. I do this all the time, and it's my own fault. I'll be talking to somebody, and they'll tell me something like what you just did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go, okay, I'm going to create a new defense and put that in. I'm going to use what Grim told me. And it will fail miserably, and I'll get beat because of that. And then I always wonder if I put my defense in there, would I just have won anyway? It's a no-win situation now because I don't know what to do. I'm going to get off this show and think about it. I'm going to think about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just go look at my log, brother, from my game with him. You'll see exactly because he's running the same game plan offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a guy that switches all the time.
Okay,
He's scripted the whole way through.
But do my players match up in a cover one with his players like yours did?
Right. Yeah, that's the
Same
key.
bars.
Yeah, I suppose that's something to think about too.
By the way, there was another team, Atlanta. What happened to them?
I picked them to win
know.
that division.
Mm-hmm.
They're still in the running though.
Yeah, they're not doing bad.
No.
Well, he's got Norris playing okay for being that old.
He lost a tough one to Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
He tied Rochester.
He got beat by Moontown.
And Moontown smacked him around. That hurt him, where he'd be 6-4-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled out that San Antonio game by 1 point.
I still think Houston in that division, you better be careful. He can play some defense. I don't know that he has this year, from judging from the points allowed, but
So
Well, his quarterback is playing better than I thought
Houston.
he would. Yeah. I thought Tyrus Dennis wasn't going to be that good this year, and he's throwing 61%. He's only taken 10 sacks. That's pretty damn good.
So
That's
hold
a
on.
tough division to call because right now, just based on their win-loss records right now with 5 games to play, Swing Dog's only a game and a half out, or 2.5 out. I'm sorry. Still, I mean that could go to anybody.
So you're saying Houston's going to take that division, Red Zone?
Oh,
Come on.
That's who I picked at the beginning. I'll stay with that, but let me put it this way: I'm starting to have my doubts. I mean, the way San Antonio and Fort Wayne are playing, it looks like I could be wrong, but I'm still going to stay with Houston.
Okay.
I'll hold my ground and stand firm with the guy I picked. We'll see what he does. I mean, Fort Wayne is clearly in the strongest position in that division, just based on 1 losses. You know, I mean, the division record's only 2-2, but Houston's 1-3. The guy that has the division record edge is San Antonio.
Hey, does anyone know XCOM? Does he live across the ocean?
I think he lives in the UK somewhere.
Okay, because I had PM'd him and asked him to come on the show and talk about his team because they're not playing like we thought they would because his roster is just stacked. And this afternoon, he finally got back to me. He said, I'm actually going to bed. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm guessing he probably lives across the sea.
Yeah, I think he's in the UK.
All right.
Yeah, Mills for him is playing atrocious.
Oh, God. I didn't even look at that. Wow, he is playing bad. With those receivers even? And he's been on the team for 5 years now?
Yeah, that's something that if you look at all these races, look at the division records. Is it like Oakland's 4-0 and Colorado's only 2-2? Grimm's 3-1 and Quick's 2-2. I mean that could come back to mean something at the end of the year.
Definitely. I agree with you, Reza, on that one.
You want to win your division, that's the easiest way. Win the games in your division.
that's true. Marvin Lewis said that when he turned the old Bungles around.
Tell you what, if I was XCOM, I'd probably switch to that Miles Martin and see what he's got at this point. Can't be any worse than what Mills is doing.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to try new things, especially when your team is losing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you did. You did some adjustments and won a couple, you know?
Oh, let's see if it holds up. I don't like to lose, nor do I want to have a losing season. So if I can finish at 8-8, I'll be satisfied. I definitely don't want Rick to win.
Like I said, you guys will, I'm going to call this show every time and remind you of that year Rick joined.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I can't win it, I want to see Rick win it.
Put it this way, whoever represents from our division, it may be a quick exit on our end, guys. Because we've all been playing rough football lately.
I know. Is this the preview of up and coming seasons of our records always going to be within reason? Can you see that, fellas?
I'll tell you what, whoever comes on next season on the preview show and predicts they're going to win 10 games in our division might live to regret it.
Yeah, we might pull a Seahawks here, have a 7-9 division winner.
I can see that, actually.
And I think they even won a playoff game, didn't they?
That's true.
Yep, they did.
Remember, I think Grimm said this. Once you're in the playoffs, everything starts fresh again.
Yeah, everything's zeroed out, and it's whoever can game plan better and get a good roll their way.
Yeah,
No, it can happen with this damn game.
I've made the playoffs with the wild card and made it to a bowl, I think, twice.
Yep. I've done it twice myself as well. It can be done. And like someone once told me, you just got to get in the playoffs. And after that, anything can freaking happen.
What do you guys think of Iowa? He's not liking his short guy, but I think we got into his head with that.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's go look at Iowa.
The thing is, I was going to tell him I have a short quarterback who has 13 touchdowns versus 2 interceptions, and I just built an offense around the guy's bars. But he I think somebody posted a reply that says the route running was bad and the cohesion was low. So that does explain the mediocre numbers for now.
Yeah. No, I would say that too.
Well,
Ben had a response in there too. I can't remember quite what he said, but
and I posted, hey, I'll gladly take them off your hands for the 3 first dealio. I'll take it.
Yep.
What would you give him?
I give him 3 firsts. Okay,
And he
have
said-
at it. I just put it. I put on the message board. I will give up the requisite number of picks to take Blitnikoff off his hands.
You'd have to give him 3 firsts and coffee. He's got to have a QB.
I'll throw in coffee and 2 firsts, a second, and coffee.
Yeah, I'd ship for that, dude.
Because from there, I would just have to beg, borrow, and steal my way to route running receivers.
That's fine. You're good. You're good at those things.
Yeah, I don't know
So if
what
I
I
can
do
get
with that
that-
guy. He might
I know,
be
right?
infinity for me, but it's like I've been doing well with garbage quarterbacks for so many years now. It doesn't make sense to me to pay 3 firsts to get a guy.
Is he on the contract for? Oh no,
I think he's still on the rookie one.
Yeah, he's still on the rookie contract.
yes, he is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's done an extension or anything. I haven't looked that far.
No,
Nope.
Nope. This is his 3rd year.
Yeah,
No
so all I know
extension
is he's at the frustration point because the low number of touchdowns and even number of picks.
Yeah, but just
So-
that Yamashita guy that dropped to him, just let him
Yeah.
get developed, and then you got a nice wide receiver to throw to. I mean, it looks like his route running is going to be around 68 or so.
But even though he has,
Well, he's
these
got a
receivers-
good team. It's in struggle mode right now, but he's
Rick,
got a
you know
good
Joe
team.
better than I do.
Even
but
though he has
if
these
you ask me, he
receivers,
just needs to wait.
yeah, but I'm saying he has a quarterback where the bar is already matured.
Yeah,
He should have way more touchdowns than 6.
I agree.
yeah, it could be just I don't know, not because the way I envision playing this game is I look at my quarterback's bars and I make plays to that. Like my 5'9" shrimpy quarterback in the TFL, who I did trade away eventually, his best bar was the screen bar, and an 89 screen bar. So I made plays like S8, S4s, S5s, and things like that. So that way, if the secondary was open, he'd hit it. If not, I can get the high percentage screen thing completed.
Yeah, he's also running smash mouth without any running backs, so
Yeah, that's
that
brutal
could be
there.
that could be bad.
And there's
I
some
think
really
his
good
best bet
smash
is to
mouth
wait.
run or passes you can use. Just do max protection ones. Ben's the king of max protection passes.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's got some beautiful plays, some S47s, R81s, and also some really nice looking ones. So,
I think his best bet is just to wait.
yeah.
And that's normally what he does. So that's my prediction is he will. But
The problem
there'll
is
be
he's got to
people that
pay.
will go after that QB. Absolutely. Somebody will pay him. If he wants to deal him,
Yeah,
he'll be able to.
Yeah.
The problem is that he's going to have to pay his quarterback, and he doesn't know if he wants to pay his quarterback. And I think that's what's driving this.
And that's where the, Blitnikoff to Arizona campaign begins.
Well, but here's the thing. This will be his first contract past his rookie deal, and he hasn't played that great. So he's not going to ask for $300 million over 5 years, is he?
But I think he will. I think the bars and the way Jim programmed the game, he's going to ask for King's ransom.
Yep.
My quarterback asked for $75 million red zone, and he
For how many years?
5 years, 300 something million.
So $25 million.
My quarterback.
Blitnikoff's going to want the top contract.
Yeah, he's going to ask for 60 to
Angel
70
Henson
million.
money.
Yep.
And that'll be where, Joe has to say, am I going to pay this guy or not? He's going to look at the stats and he's going to go, oh, hell.
In that case, then maybe you do deal him. I don't know.
Because look at his years: 2005, passing rating 59. Next year, passing rate is 64. Next year, passing rate. This year, 66.
Hey, trending up.
He's on the same path where he's only putting up 12 touchdowns to 14 touchdowns per season.
Well, there was a guy in the TFL who had a quarterback that was an all-world looking thing, but he would only throw 17 touchdowns against 25 picks and things like that. And he was frustrated. And I said, Well, look at your route running bars. Stop taking the guys with the getting downfield crap and get the route runners. And he did it, and all of a sudden the quarterback threw 30 touchdowns. So
Well, if you look at
I think that's what Joe needs to do.
Quick, correct me if I'm wrong, quick, but with a
Hmm.
45 soul score, his avoid interceptions got to be off the charts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
should
gotta be
be.
up there.
Yeah, it's not the quarterback.
It's got to be the receivers.
The receivers, the game plan, something in the water, whatever, man. It's not the quarterback.
Put the chuck and duck in and throw it 600 and 700 times a year and
Let's go.
just keep him
Exactly.
and let
Yeah,
the
bring the
cohesion
flying
go.
circus to Iowa. You know, screw
Saddle up. Let's do it. Yeah.
it. Exactly. Go in there and put zero. Do a Rex game plan with 0 runs in that thing, and it'll put you out a nice, pretty looking all passing thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're not going to build too many affinities with a 28 personality, but
Right.
I mean, you can build the rest of the affinities. He's got
Right.
one, you know.
Well, he
And you won't
can't.
get that triple.
Well, he can't trade him yet because of the rule.
Right.
That you can't trade anyone 55 or better, unless he's in his last season. Correct? How does that work?
Yeah, I think that's how I think you can do that.
Yeah.
There's no fire sales allowed in this league. I think that was the main rule.
Which is
Yeah.
the best rule ever.
Yeah, because in a lot of leagues you can just burn the whole damn thing down to the ground and start over.
Right. And then half those guys quit.
Right. Exactly.
They have
Yeah,
two
this-
shit drafts
this-
and they leave.
The scorched earth theory.
Yes. I'm going to build through the draft. I'm going to draft the 5th round guy. And he's going to be my new wide receiver stud. Oh, cool.
Right.
Let us know. That works out.
Mhm. Exactly. Yeah.
I got to run, fellas. Enjoyed it. Have a good season, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank
Quick.
Thanks.
Take care.
I think we're about done. Unless you guys have other things to mention. Grim? I think
No.
Grim stepped away.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
I just got back. I wanted to ask Mike before he left how he felt about Camarelli and if he was worth the money.
Okay. Bye.
But he's gone.
Camarelli. Is he,
He's a left end that he signed that I bitched about in the forums that no one else signed him.
oh, he's the left end. Here he is.
He's getting big money. But I just thought he'd probably have more sacks than that by now. But I guess if anyone's got time, I would ask if anybody's got any rookies that they like this year playing on their team.
None.
I like my offensive line.
I do.
Slam, let's go to it. Let's get your team out.
I got Chapman, the cornerback. I moved his safety. Second, he's flip flopping with that other guy for defensive rookie of the year, first and second.
Oh, he's a 4th round pick too, wasn't he?
This guy right here.
Yeah,
How the hell is he doing that? Wow, look at those tackles.
There you go.
Oh, that's pretty damn good.
He's got the magic sauce.
Apparently so, because those bars do not say that he should be playing like that. That's pretty damn good.
I like to see what he does next season.
yeah. After he develops a little more,
He's an 82 pass defense. He's got 3 interceptions. That's very good.
Yeah, and I'd
63
say
tackles, 21 assists.
80 plus on that pass defense. I think that's Studley.
Yep. Nice pick.
thank you.
Anyone else, Slam?
Not on my team. I mean, my quarterbacks play. Cush is playing pretty okay for what I expected this first season. Like I said, he had 5 turnovers the first game, and I thought I'd drafted Ryan Leaf.
No, he's going to be a beast for years.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's just he's going to be very
So
expensive.
he hasn't done bad after that first game.
If you keep that same defense and then he grows as quarterback, he'd be unstoppable.
Well, he's already 8-3.
Yep.
I know.
What's he going to do? Go 11-0? Be up
Well,
on 10?
My defense is kind of old, though. But I got a good young offense, good quarterback, young running back.
Yeah, you got some
Some
good wide
receivers.
receivers. Yeah. You're stocked for a bit.
Like I said, I did a patchwork job on offensive line, so that's a work in progress. I want to improve that.
Your
Even though
line
they're
was
playing
probably set
pretty
up by
good for me.
T-Zap, right? So it was all pass blockers?
Right.
You got this guy from Ben, Ruben, center, right? In a trade?
Center, yeah. In a trade, yeah. I think I gave up a 3rd-round pick for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. Considering that pass blocking bar, he's not allowed a sack yet.
I
That's
know.
really good.
I was
Wow.
looking at that.
4 pancakes, that's not bad either.
I got a couple pieces in place there on my line.
But I'll bet
2,
most of them were
3.
pass blockers, right?
Yeah, it was a pass block. All of them were pass blockers,
Yep, that's T-Zap.
and I like
He-
to
he
run
moved
the
the ball
ball
every
a
play.
little bit. So
So, yeah, that was probably a big change for you, putting in run blockers.
Yeah, you have a stacked team.
like I said, I had a lot of the key players in the positions. I just needed to add depth.
Yep, and you're right about your defense. A lot of your studs are getting real old.
Yeah.
Couple drafts to patch that up, you'll be all right.
How about you, Rick? Do you have any rookies that you're happy with?
Nobody stands out. Nobody who is a rookie did anything. And not that I drafted well. The scout bars on that thing were terrible, and me blindly drafting it was awful. Put it that way. So both coaches are gone next year. OC, DC are gone in favor of, I hope, better scouting bars and maybe a better draft. But I'm still going to try to trade my number 1 for a running back, and then I'll try to finagle my way to a receiver or 2.
Hey, your fullback has caught 7 out of 8 passes thrown to him. That's good.
Hey.
6 yards after catch. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have one play in the whole playbook or the game plan for him. So when he gets it, he makes the most of it. Damn it!
Well, maybe throw a little bit more to him then.
Maybe you put that play in 3 times.
I might have to do this something crazy to see if I can win out and give you guys a hard time. That'd be fun. But I'm putting my chips to Bob here. He's got the better team.
How about you, Red Zone?
There's only one guy. I drafted a left tackle, Roy Wilkerson. He's played pretty good. He's not going to win any Rookie of the Year awards. He's given up 8 sacks, which I don't like a lot, but it's not incredibly bad. But his run block percentage is there, and he's allowed me to run anywhere I want to, which is what I wanted.
Yeah, and he's a popper too. Popped up after PS2.
I mean, if he holds my right tackle from last year, seems like he's kind of hovering. I think he actually dropped the shade, so I'm hoping that's all he drops. But between the two of them and left guard Kelly, would be in pretty good shape. My center's getting older, and his stats are dropping this year, and the right guard's kind of been a revolving door.
So we talked about it last time, Bob. He ended up being bigger than the tackle that I want to look at on my team.
I know.
Are you playing him at right or left?
Left.
Okay.
We speaking of this guy?
Wilkerson.
Okay.
Yeah, every year I keep going back to Bernie Tatum, and he ends up over 40% run block, and he's not giving up the sack, so I guess I'll leave him alone. I'm not really looking at him and getting all excited thinking there's my stud right guard, but he puts the numbers up, so I leave him alone. But Wilkerson will be the rookie.
Grim, do you have anybody?
Yeah, that my tackle, Jim Sink.
Jim Sink. Here we go.
I'm playing him on the right side. He popped kind of like Bob's guy did, and can't complain.
See, if I had him at right tackle and Wilkerson at left, I'd be set for years.
Yes, you would be. Got a first you want to give up?
No, I don't have a first. I traded.
Oh,
that
that's
for
right.
Wilton.
Damn it.
6'5", 22 years old. Only allowed 3 sacks so far.
He's going to be a stud over there for fucking years. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he wouldn't trade him to me anyway.
No, just like Riviere, he's going to be on my line.
If I'd have said I had a first, he would have said then you need 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
but no one's giving you 2 first-round picks for an offensive lineman.
I tried to trade for Riviere, but Grimm didn't want it.
Hell no. No, and I'm pretty thoroughly convinced at this point that blocking strength is optional. I mean, sure, you want a guy to have it, but I've had so many guys on my lines over the years now that had no blocking strength that played just fine.
Well, he's showing right now, 44 block percentage, 3 sacks.
Yeah, and looking at that, it looks like I need to run to the right a little bit more, you know?
And you got him in the second round, pick 22.
Yep.
Nice.
So who the hell did I get in the first? I can't remember that.
Did you take a defensive player in the first?
Oh, I did. Yeah, my Edgar Red. He's actually not playing too bad.
Edgar Red. Oh, here we go.
He's got both of his interceptions ended up in TDs. Yeah. And 74% ain't the best, but like I said, he makes my front cohesion go down quite a bit when he's in. And I'm just playing him in the 1-1-3 packages. So, but that's not too bad for being in two packages, you know. So yeah, those two are making kind of an impact. Outside of that, the rest of them haven't really done much.
Mine is just my offensive lineman that I put in as my line. Let's see, Kansas. This guy right here. I don't care about the run blocking. All I care about is the sacks, since I pass a lot. Only allowed 3 sacks. And my other one,
Dave Lyle.
Yeah. Why am I losing? There he is. Now he's up a little bit because he still needs to get that pass blocking up.
And he jumped a little bit in PS2. Yeah, he did.
I think he jumped, 8 points? 10? 8 to 10 points. But Kramer has been doing well for me. And I got him in the 4th round.
Yep, that's good. For what you're doing, that's the exact guy you need.
So that's all I care about. Other than that, got to turn this thing around. Got to beat the shit out of Rick. Can't make sure he wins that division.
Yeah, don't let me win it, fellas. Don't let me win it.
Rick, we're going to throw the kitchen sink at you and everything in it.
Yes.
No, but I gotta give it to you. Good play with your team. How you put it together and making them competitive.
It's like I said. It's been smoke and mirrors and prayers and wishes.
Well, if you want a good laugh, who's the team that drafted 1-1?
I know, right?
Slam's brother. Who is that?
Way?
No, he didn't draft.
No.
1-1.
Who picked the QB at 1-1?
Saw.
Oh,
Saw got the
pull
got
up Sawblade's team. Where's he at? Augusta. Pull his team up.
Okay, hold on. Got it right here.
Click on the QB. Look at the nickname.
Yeah, I told him to give him that nickname.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ben pointed that out. He said,
I said, please
nickname
give him that
ever.
nickname. I said, give him the magnificent middle, give him that moniker. He'll like that. It'll be a
Ben put that in the post. He saw it. He thought that was great.
That is great.
I didn't even notice it till he pointed it out.
Yep. Ben pointed that out. That's funny that he did.
That is great.
No, and he's playing like I thought he was going to play. I expected him to kind of take a step back.
I'll have big teams followed by holy shit, what happened games.
Now what?
But yeah, that could have been the Arizona minor quarterback right there, but nope. It's the Ilya Espresso wishing a prayer offense right now.
If it was,
We'd be in trouble, Clay.
and you wouldn't be the GM of this team.
No, I wouldn't. It'd be Mac.
Yeah,
Because
he
he'd
would
have
have stayed.
he'd have Banks. Yeah, because I'm sure when he saw the inevitability come that he's going to be 1-1, I'm sure his heart just sank. Please don't let there be a quarterback at 1-1. Please don't let there be a quarterback at 1-1. And there was.
I know. There were two. Oh, man.
But see, it comes back. You're going to trade a first-round pick for a linebacker.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that ever.
Yeah.
No, there's no linebacker alive that ever played in any FOF league that I would trade a first for. I'm just not doing it.
How's that linebacker doing right now?
It's a decent linebacker, but I'll stick with the Bob side there. It wasn't worth it. I mean, I found the linebacker similar stats, and he plays Sam linebacker for me, and I got him for, free agent money.
Well, no, Ike Seal with that zone coverage, that's not even a guy I would have looked at until third, fourth round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Is there a defensive player that you would give up a first round for?
Cornerback,
Position.
I might consider. A studly, all godly cornerback, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm huge on defensive ends. I don't know if I would trade a first round for a linebacker that's already in the league. Maybe, because I like linebackers too. But I would agree with Rick on the cornerbacks. You can't get enough of those.
Yeah. Those guys are money in the bank.
And safe. So any defensive player anywhere, I would probably trade a first for if they were good enough.
And you, Red Zone?
Not in the front seven. Not going to happen.
No, I'm saying is there a defensive position that you'll give up a first round for?
I'm saying corners and safeties. Nobody in the front seven.
Okay.
You can draft a linebacker and switch him to defensive end and get the same kind of pass rusher.
Yep. And a 4-3 easy. All right.
You can find defensive tackles in round 2. You can find linebackers in round 2.
Yeah, those single bar run defender guys are a dime a dozen. You can build a decent defense out of that.
There's no way that's a first round pick. You can't find that receiver. Because once you get to the end of round 1, if there were 15 good ones, there were 15 picked in round 1.
Yeah, my guy Antonio Owens, I drafted in the second round and moved him to right end, and he's doing just fucking wonderfully.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. To me, it comes back to the same thing. You're making an investment. You're taking your first round pick, and you're taking a player, and you want to see how that develops over the next 4 seasons. What do you get? Well, if he becomes a stud, say he's a defensive tackle, and you picked him in round 1, and he becomes a stud. He's everything you wanted him to be. Okay, now he wants $35 million a year, and you can't afford to keep him, and nobody else is going to trade for him because they know they can draft one just like him and pay him less. So you're never going to get your money back out of that guy. It's a bad investment. That's how I look at it. It's like trading stocks.
Yeah, it's very well put, by the way.
Okay, but now I'm going to go on the other side. Let's say your front seven prevents teams from scoring, and you're at the bottom where a team's only scoring 15 points or 16 points a game, and your team is struggling offensively and you only put up 19 points a game.
Draft a receiver.
Hold on. That defense saved your ass. Did it not? Because it's holding teams from scoring.
Like, everybody's entitled to build their team their way. That's a great thing about this game. But for me, if that's a bad investment. I'm sorry, it just is.
I
Front seven can be bought.
I don't like linebackers, so I'm with you on that one.
I will say this. There is one exception. If you're going to draft that guy and you're going to keep him for his entire career. You're not going to try and flip him and get another first-round pick for him later to keep your cap under control. If you're willing to pay him, that's a different story than take him.
Yeah. You don't pick a good player thinking that I'm going to get rid of him. When I pick a good player, I want that player to retire with my team.
Okay, but if you pick 4 defensive tackles 4 seasons in a row, you cannot possibly keep all 4 of them.
No.
No, that's what happened. I got Broderick Lando on my roster again the last 4 seasons, but I drafted him in 131 in the first, and I wanted to keep him, but at that point in his last year of his contract, I did not have the fucking money to give him $30 million, $40 million, and Oakland ended up grabbing him. And then Oakland couldn't afford to re-sign him after that, so I got him back.
Okay, but look at what Ben does. Every year he's trading receivers for picks.
Mm-hmm.
Even mid and late round pick receivers for seconds and thirds and fourths.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
because you can always trade a receiver and get your money back. That's a good investment.
Ben kind of trades everybody. I mean, he just traded that center to Slam for what, a third? Was it?
Right.
And he's going to turn that third into something great. He's just a great drafter. I cannot fucking draft like very good at all.
But my point is that the receiver is a far better investment because you know you can get a return on him if you have to.
Well, that's why he's got 10 of them on his roster right now.
Yep. And look at his record.
Yep.
And I dare say, without even looking, if you pulled up his roster, I bet all of his defensive linemen were not first-round picks. He found them elsewhere. And they're still probably pretty good.
So, Reza, would you pay first for a wide receiver or a quarterback?
I've paid it first for both.
No. Which one would you take? Which one's higher up? Is wide receiver more important than the quarterback, or is it vice versa for you?
That's hard.
And we're talking about studs. Both of them are studs.
I think if it's a stud QB, you take that guy. It's just how it is. You cannot not take him. But if it's close, or if you have a QB that you're satisfied with, I'd lean to receiver. I know that's kind of wishy-washy, but I mean, if he's Caden Banks, you just take that guy. I don't care who else is in the draft. You take him. Now, if he's pretty good and you need a QB, you better have a lot of good receivers, or you better take the awesome stud receiver. You can find another QB if you're going to have a game manager or somebody that's just pretty good. You can do that somewhere else. You don't need to take him in the top 5. To me, the player has to have the value to warrant being taken in the top 5. You don't take somebody just because you need a player. If you're picking top 5 or top 10, he's got to have top 5 or top 10 value. When you get both, boy, that's a tough one. What would you do if you had Caden Banks and a receiver that was just as awesome?
Yeah, like the bars. Let's say the bars are in the 80s,
and now you're like you were Iowa, so you're just taking over the team, and you didn't have anything in place, and you could go either way. That would be a tough call. In that situation, I'd have went receiver.
Yeah, I'm going wide receiver every time because I've proven that I can work with garbage quarterbacks now. So, and I'm just lacking receivers now, So yeah, no question. Yeah, no question. I would always draft a great wide receiver over a great quarterback.
It's hard though because there is that old rule of thumb: if there's a stud QB there and he falls in your lap, you take him. I mean, even if you have a QB, there are people that'll tell you no matter what, you take that guy, and I can't argue with that a lot. But
I'll tell you what: if I was sitting like 1-1, and there was a great quarterback up there, and I see 1-2 needs it, I'd be like, hey, give me 1-2 and 2 more firsts, and that quarterback's yours, and I will take those picks and get that wide receiver, and then have 2 extra picks the next couple of years.
See, but to move up one spot, most people aren't going to pay that much.
In the top, maybe.
You might have to go down to 1-8 or 1-9. Then you get paid like
we'd
that.
see. But again, it's also, we're starting to know all the GMs now, so you know how they play and you know what they're going to do for the next few seasons.
Like you and Jugs in this last draft.
Yep. I had to bitch about that. Yeah. And that guy ended up being just a stud.
Rick, would you do quarterback or wide receiver?
Right now, I'd lean wide receiver. Because quarterbacks, I've won with middling guys in the 40s and 50s before. And so I don't need the all-world quarterback, but I surely need good wide receivers. At least I just need at least one good one. And
great example. Look at Ben's quarterback. What's he been doing for years? Loading up on receivers.
Yeah, and I'm just kicking myself because I saw German Terry in there, and I should have signed him. But I also had my Drew Daniels that I thought, I was going to start him and then re-sign him and get him, and he fucking one season and he retires. It's like fucking bullshit.
So, I mean, if you have the receivers and you find this guy, German Terry, you're golden.
Yep.
If you have Caden Banks and no one to throw to, you're not golden.
Yeah,
I think the receiver most of the time trumps it. Like I said, now when it's Caden Banks or Livingston, those kind of guys are really hard not to take. But
I just want to know how we're all whiffing on these wide receivers that Ben keeps getting late in the first round.
Yeah,
like Clevenger, I thought I talked about, he was on my radar, but I needed something else, and I went for that, and it pick didn't work out. But George Mueller, didn't even see the guy. And Edwin Hamlin, just crazy.
Yeah, Ben's got good experience drafting, and he's got really good scout bars too. Put that combination together, his miss rate is very low.
what about you, Clay?
Wide receiver, all the way.
Yeah.
No questions asked. And I would be like Grim, where if there's, let's say I had pick 1-1 and there's a top quarterback, I'm trying to find someone to move up to get more picks to get out to get a receiver later.
Okay, so now let's go the other way for a second. Grim, define for me what is a franchise quarterback.
I can tell you right now, I'm probably going to be starting Doug Hardy for a while, depending on what he wants to sign for.
So you consider him to be your franchise quarterback, and you're going to pay him whatever he wants?
No, didn't say that. Just depending on what he's going to ask for. I mean, you got to remember, this is the guy that when I signed, he was the only quarterback on the team, and when I signed somebody, he demanded a trade. So that's gone now.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is I've heard Clay say a couple of times that his QB, that's his franchise quarterback. And I think there's a difference between the best quarterback on your team and what is actually a quote-unquote franchise quarterback.
Right. So, yeah.
We disagree.
If his price is reasonable, I'll sign him. Is that $20 million a year? Maybe $30 million a year. If he's asking for that, that's a no. He's going, and I'll just pick up another garbage guy and make him work.
But you're not throwing the ball like Clay does.
No. I like running backs.
Yeah. Yes.
Rick.
Yes. Give me running backs, please.
Rick, what's a franchise quarterback?
I've never had one of those, so I don't know what they are. I had to learn to get by with people's leftovers. I think the best quarterback I ever had, I traded for, and he got me to a bowl, but I lost. So I've never really had one where I'm trying to think if I ever had one that was an 80 rated guy. I don't think I ever have.
No, the only real franchise quarterback I've ever had here, I walked into the team with. I got Lincoln Gehrig when I came in 2056, and he was great. And then Donovan Wagaman, was a guy that I wanted to play, but he was like rated in the 40s his entire career. So,
and if I did have a all-world quarterback franchise, he would have to be that guy that gets me 2 to 3 extra wins just on his skill set alone.
Right. Bars out the ass and the numbers to back them up.
Exactly. He gets me wins when I shouldn't have won.
So now here's
2-minute drives when we shouldn't have won.
So now here's the point of these questions. Clay, you've got Kendrick Starks, and he's going to be in his 4th year next season. You said he's going to ask for how much?
He wants between $60 to $75 million
Per year.
Per year?
That's why
Jesus.
that's why you haven't seen me sign him yet.
I was going to say, are you going to pay him that?
If he, with this new game plan, the last 5 games, if he plays well, I will sign him. Meaning that if he gives me 2-to-1 ratio touchdowns to interceptions and a 60% or more completion percentage, I'll sign him.
See, now, this is I guess, my point. And I'm going to
What is
Who's that?
What is that?
Is that someone's TV?
Mute yourself.
Oh, that's why my wife's watching TV. So
So here's my point.
I'll move to another room. Hold on.
This
All
guy,
right.
up to this stage in his career, has never had over an 80 QBR for a season. There's no way I'm paying him $80 million a year.
Who?
I don't care what he does in 5 games.
Who's
There's
that?
no way.
Who we
That's
speaking
not a
of?
franchise QB, in my opinion. You don't pay him franchise money. That's a cap killer.
You're talking about Starks?
Yeah.
If I can get him to play better,
Mhm.
absolutely.
And you can
if
get
I,
lots
if,
of people to play better if you can get him to play better. That's
No.
my point.
if
We're
I
going
can
to trade
find,
him.
if I can find the right game plan that makes him play better at the end, I'm paying him. If not, I'm not paying him that kind of money, and I'll find another quarterback.
You got to do it in the next couple games, buddy.
I know.
I don't think 5 games is enough.
I think he throws too many interceptions regardless. I mean, 27 and 22, 28 and 20, 14 and 15 this year.
That's the point I was trying to make. A franchise QB has to live up to that word, franchise. He has to perform at a level that carries your franchise. He can't just be the best QB on your team.
No. Franchise for me is, like I said, 2-to-1 ratio or 3-to-1 ratio touchdown to interception. And
His
at least a
career one-loss record,
60,
22 and 21.
60%. Well, the win and loss you can't really go by because it has to be the whole team. So you can have a great quarterback but a sucky defense, and that win-loss ratio is going to be the same. But
Okay, but if he's winning you 2 games on his own every year, like Rick just said, he's going to win more games than he loses, a lot more. Because the defense will help win a couple more, and pretty soon you're a playoff team every year.
But I agree with you guys with the interceptions. Absolutely. I don't like guys who turn over the ball a lot.
Don't get me wrong, because I hope you sign him. I don't want to see somebody better there. I don't want to face him.
No,
Because
like
the way you're playing with him, if you put somebody in there like the guy Ben has, or if you put somebody in there like Caden Starks, I'd be shuddering every time we played.
what's going to happen is this season will end. Next season's going to come up. I'm not going to give him the extension. I'm going to play him out, and then I can
Franchise him.
exactly.
You can't franchise in this league.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
right.
can.
No tags.
No franchise
No tags,
tag.
man.
Oh, there is none.
No.
I didn't know that.
What?
I
I
really
forgot
did
for
not
a
know
second
that.
too. Yeah, I forgot for a second too, Clay.
I don't franchise players, so I didn't know that.
Yep, there is no
Yeah.
tag.
There is no tag in this league.
And not only that, if he's in the last year of his contract and he decides to hold out, then what do you do?
Yeah,
Then he
you're
won't.
screwed.
Then he will not re-sign with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why the free agent market's usually pretty loaded.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. You got an interesting decision to make there.
I do. I know why Red Zone's doing this, right? He's got a quarterback tail on his roster.
No, Taylor's a free agent. You can sign him next year. I can't keep him.
Oh, shit. Looks like you're playing the Tidy Bowl tomorrow, Clay.
I know.
Dude, it would almost be benefit, and I know you hate losing, but it will almost be beneficial for you to fucking lose out and just get pick 1, 2, 1, 3,
And get the next Caden Banks.
get
or
the
something.
next QB or wide. You definitely need a wide receiver.
Yeah, my wide receivers are awful. Again, I'm keeping
Kobe's
it together.
okay.
I'm keeping it together with tape and glue. Whatever is out there, we can grab. It's just like, is that wide receiver? We'll just take it.
Right. Yep. I'm with you on that one.
Well, and it sucks too because Hardy's out now, or Harding.
Yeah,
Harding's
I lost
out, and Covey's probably you gonna start Covey
it. Yeah, Kobe is back in the lineup
back
again.
in.
Wait a minute. Look at what Osterlund did last season.
Yeah, I was able to get him to do well. He's doing well this season as well. He's got 9.85 yards per target. I got to get him more touchdowns. That's what I'm working on.
No, and all three of your wide receivers here have the route running bar over
yeah, I
50.
noticed that. I'm
which
clicking
is-
on them going, hey, I take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can only wish for that. But I added one. Houston let a guy go, and I grabbed Henderson, and he's my best route runner. A couple more Hendersons, I might have some hope to pass the ball over 50%.
Yeah, Toronto. There's a guy.
Merchant
Gary-
Man has the wide receivers.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's Ben Jr. He drafted like 3 years in a row. Didn't he take a receiver in the first round? They're all like uber studs.
But they're getting old.
And he
Yep.
won't let any of them go.
No, and like I said, Busey. There's a whole bunch of us that would have gave him a couple first for Busey last year. Didn't want to trade him, and then he traded out and gave fucking Gothenburg that great wide receiver. The hell was his damn name?
Oh, God. Yeah, I know who you're speaking of.
Gus Barrymore.
That's it.
Well, let's see how he's doing today. Doesn't even look like he's starting much.
Look
Yeah,
at this.
but Barrymore is going to be a beast. Yep, got him at 119. And if he fell a few more picks, I would have picked him at 22.
I know. By the way, Bordeaux,
Coming up, that's Elfie for you. He'll do bad, and then all of a sudden he'll come. But I mean, if you look at his team, Elfie's always got like a stocked fucking roster.
look what he's doing with Freeman. 18
Yeah.
touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah, I should have tried to re-sign him.
Is this his last hurrah?
Well, how many years is he there for? He's got 2 years?
He's 35. Yeah, he'll play one more year, one more season.
He's got him playing better than I could ever get him to play. I mean, even though I had I won the bowl with him one time, and he went off in the playoffs for some reason. I don't know why, but nope, he's doing great.
It's a shame that he's only going to have him for one more season. That's it.
Yeah, but if you look at Elf's roster as a whole, he's always stacked. But he picks in the top 10 a lot, so that's to be expected.
Yeah, he is stacked.
I mean, so like recent history: 12-4 wild card, 8-8, 7-9, 6-10, 8-7-1, 9-7, 5-11, 4-12, 9-7, 12-4, 4-12, 4-12, 5-11. This might be one of those seasons where he actually makes the playoffs again.
And Snapfinger, by the way, was another surprise for me. I thought he was going to do much better. I did not see him at 2-9.
I
No
picked
way,
him at
no
the
how.
I picked him at the bottom.
But being
I
at
thought-
2-9,
Just the bottom, 4-12 maybe. Orlando, I thought was going to be a little better this year. Orlando's been on the cusp for like fucking ever.
Orlando, who's their QB? Oh, he's got too many QBs. He can't figure out which one.
He let Coffee
Lastaza.
go. Coffee became a free agent. He didn't re-sign him.
No. Oh, yeah. No. So who's he starting over there? Shelton or Micah Armstrong? Or Caden the Elder Lastarza?
Let's see.
I traded him the elder, so let's see.
Looks like Micah Armstrong has been the starter.
That would have been Coffee all the way. He needed to just re-sign him.
I threw big money at Coffee, so nobody was going to match me on that one. He
Dude,
was the best of the bunch.
you only got him by $3 million from me, dude.
I know, but
You
I threw a lot.
I threw 90 million. You threw 93. It's like, fucking A, really?
I,
Fucking A, really?
I, I tried to a lot.
Fucking A, really? Like, fucking A, really? Like, fucking A, really? 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 Fucking A, really
I was the most I throwing at a guy. It's like I got to get this guy. It's the only one I like because I knew I would have trouble running the ball, and I said, well, I
He
can
can
always
run.
Michael Vick the shit out of this thing.
Yep, and you're doing it too. He's
Hey,
doing
Rick.
good.
Yep.
Now you know I'm cheap on free agent money. Everybody knows that, I think. Pull up Chicago and find receiver Tatum and go into his transactions and look what I paid him. And that's what it took because Top Talib was right behind me. He wasn't much behind me there.
I gotta take a leak, gentlemen. Be right back.
Pull up Tatum.
Okay. You paid him.
62, really?
Look at
Oh,
transactions.
crap,
Look what I paid him when I signed him.
Yeah, 61 up front. 61 first year, 47 of it up front.
How do you see that? I'm looking at
I just go to salary, and I can see the whole contract for the year. View
I
contract.
already re-signed him. That's his second contract. The first one was
Okay.
$252 million for 4 years.
oh, that one. Okay, yeah, I see that one.
And it was almost all bonus. And Top Talib in Orlando was right.
That's a
behind
lot
him.
of money to pay for a guy who's only got 464 yards on him right now.
I know. Look at the
That's
endurance.
that's expensive. Every catch that boy's going to the bank smiling.
Look at the endurance bar. But he was the only receiver worth
Oh.
a shit in that whole free agency. I mean, there was nobody else there, and neither receiver.
That's what I'm talking about. We're grasping at straws out there.
Well, but I mean, do you take this guy at 1-1?
If he's 1-1, you mean in the draft? No,
Yeah,
I would
not
not.
a chance.
I
Not with that
would.
endurance bar, no way. He went 131 originally to snap finger, and that's
Yeah,
probably
he was
why,
131, so it was a good pick of 131. I'd take it any day of the week. And we just three guys with route running bars over 50 you can get 60% completion rate out of that with a good game plan and playbook. And if you can get a run, you can balance your way through to 8 to 10 wins every year. But
All right, fellas. I got to end it here.
right,
Can I mention one more thing? If I don't talk about Parrish, my brother's going to kill me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's
Well,
talk about Paris.
Well, he's got two rookie quarterbacks. One he spent a high pick on, and I think he has a rookie running back too. None of them are doing that good, but
yeah, quarterback 1755, Eric Mays.
Which
Good
is,
looking bars, but not doing much yet.
yeah, and that was the sixth pick he spent on him.
which is the one he likes. Oh, he picked him at the 6th pick.
He dropped a
He's
little
got
bit.
West Coast
Sick.
bars if that's what he's running, and he can run.
I think
That's,
he's running
the-
balanced.
Yeah, that works for balance, I think. I mean, does accuracy and timing with scramble, hey, you can make that work.
That's Slam's brother, right?
He
Yeah.
he liked Knight going into the season. The 4th round pick, I think he took him in the 4th.
So he likes this one better.
I think going into the season he liked Knight. Now I think he's been running Mays a little bit.
If it was me, I'd go with Mays.
And
Yeah,
he
get
looks
his
like
ass
he is.
developed and see
Yeah, I
what you
would
got.
too.
Put him in there, get him fully developed, and see what you got.
Yeah, Knight's just the glorified clipboard holder for a while.
How's his,
Mays has accuracy, timing, scramble,
let's see his,
third down. I mean,
his wide receivers.
even the short pass bar isn't bad. I'd
Got
get
a
him
good tight
developed.
end with decent route running 44. Spaceball Schwartz.
Yeah, he needs wide receivers.
Yeah, he does.
He needs an
Anybody
offense.
Anybody with below 50 route running, just
Yeah,
that
it's
means
bru-
they
it's
can't
rough.
run. Yeah, they can't run routes.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
seems to be like this thing in the game where if it's below 50, they're just not running good.
In fact, even Rex doesn't put them high up in the script either.
Nope.
And he's He's running that rookie running back too. I think he's a rookie.
Pedro
Fontaine.
Fountain.
Pepe the Frog. Yeah, see, whole recognition, not quite there yet. Whole recognition is the same thing as route running. It's got to be above 50 or they're fucking worthless. Well, unless you're Rick and you got those outside runs with your elusive guys.
Right, that's the only thing you can do.
I'm not going to try to figure that shit out.
Well, he can put this guy as his star.
Yeah.
Hey, I could use a guy like him. I will find a set of runs for him because oddly enough in my playbook, I have a run for every way you can run. I have a run for it. That way, if I say, okay, this guy has this set of bars, this run will fit him, I'll put it in on his thing. At least when I do my clown car special.
Yes, I was going to say your clown car thing. It's not sustainable, Rick. It is not.
I know that.
All right, guys.
That's where the smoke and mirrors part comes in.
Who would you guys start as your running back? Between these three running backs.
Well, I'd start Powell. I'd start Powell.
Yeah, man. 61 hole wreck, I'd throw him in for sure.
Yeah, I'd run Powell and Ted Tyler more than Pepe.
And Webster, I could use
Pepe's
Webster
like a third down
runs.
back, and he's in pass coverage, or he's in
Webster
blocking
could be
formation.
a strong side to weak side 27 run, and hit a home run every now and again.
Depends where you're running though. Are you running inside or outside?
Outside with him.
Yeah,
He's a Barry Sanders thing.
I'd take Strickland and bang the middle.
Who we speaking?
Oh, I'm saying that's where the clown car part comes in.
What the hell are you guys looking at? We're looking at
Look at that.
we're looking at Paris right now.
I would clown
We're looking
car
at
this
Paris
shit out of
running
Paris's
back.
running
Yeah,
game.
Paris running back Marvin Strickland.
Well, no, Paris. He's got Ted Tyler, Gavin Powell, LaFontaine.
No,
Yeah, one
and
guy
Marvin
runs
Strickland.
all the middle stuff.
Marvin
Pull up Marvin
Strickland's
Strickland.
Marvin
inactive. He's on his roster.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, Marvin,
61
64 hole
zero
wreck. That's
elusiveness.
your
I'd
your
bang him
pounder.
in the middle. I'd be using him. He'd get some carries.
And then the guy with the big elusive bar, he's your 27 or 20 run guy.
So, Way, are you hearing this?
So 104, strong 20. 104, weak 20. Or it's week 27.
This
And
is
put
the
that guy
Strickland
in.
runs.
Yes. And put it in the craziest of places, like first and 13 plus. Put it.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Yeah, his team is only putting up 14 points a game.
Yeah, put it somewhere unexpected, and it does give you something. And
Yeah, Rick and the smoke and mirrors shit.
it's the only. I don't have. I wish I
tell
had
you what,
Bob's
buddy.
running
I
back.
tell you
I
what.
want Bob's running back. Then I'll go back to standard. One
tell you
guy in
what,
the
brother.
car.
If you win the division, I'm going to talk to you more about your smoke and mirrors bullshit. So, Bob, don't let him win the division, please. Because I don't want to talk about smoke and mirrors, man. You have fucking Witten. You have fucking McIntyre. Just
You better win.
get your shit together, boy.
We got to play Oakland and Gothenburg too.
That's right.
I told
The
you how to
Smoke and
beat
Mirrors
Oakland.
show is coming to town.
I told you how to beat Oakland, man. Just buzz his,
Number one
buzz
buzz.
his ass.
And just for the record, we have to play Arizona one more time too.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Before
I'm going to look
I
at
gotta-
that game.
before we end this, I want to ask Slam: is his brother frustrated with his team? Slam?
No, he don't seem frustrated to me.
Oh, okay.
It's a good looking team, that's for sure.
I think he needs that QB to develop.
I predicted
Mason
he
and
would
just let him go.
challenge for the number one pick.
Yes. Yep,
That'll
you
just
did.
help him. That'll help him next season. Get another receiver.
But there's enough here to win next year easy, or even now,
He just needs that QB to develop. Get him in there.
or a little bit of more smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, there you go.
The defense is relatively solid.
He's got San Antonio next. He's got Iowa, Gutenberg. Then he's got U Red Zone, and then he has Merchant Man.
That's
Well, he can help
That's
me
got
out
some
and beat
tough
San
games in
Antonio.
there.
Wow, that's 3 away. And he just lost to Kansas. That's a kick to the balls. Because who loses to Kansas?
I know.
C-Max is going to fucking destroy him tomorrow. I'm guessing that game's going to be 34-10.
and
Iowa?
I'm an 8-point underdog to Fairbanks. So let's see what I can do there. And then Bob is a 9-point dog to Oakland. And let's see who else is playing.
Yeah, let's look
Iowa's
at that.
2-point favorite over Lawrenceburg. And the Poison Apple.
Bob's
is
going to
what?
lose by 9 to Oakland? No. I've said it before, sir. There's a little secret. Cover one bus.
Yeah. If you can slow down the run game, you do have a chance to beat old Jug. So yeah, just match them mano a mano. Screw it.
Yeah. I
All
like
right.
the term. Mano a mano.
That's
All
right.
Before we go, call the
Clay-
games. Hold on.
Clay, do you got to eat?
I do.
Damn it.
You know what? I can stand a little longer. You call the games here.
All right.
Arizona at Gutenberg. Oh, that's the week.
That's last week.
That was last
That's
week.
last week. Next
Here we
week.
go. Arizona at Fairbanks. Call that
let's
game.
see.
Let me look at Fairbanks roster. LB's a tough one. LB like either does good or does bad.
I think I can slow his run game down enough to flash some, light in his eyes from the mirrors and blind him with the smoke.
And who's he? He's running DeAndre Washington. Is that who started last game? Fuck, he beat fucking North Plainfield at North Plainfield.
Yeah. Sir, it's a tough cookie.
It is.
Can I fit this all here?
I
Yeah, it's
predicted
gonna-
I like Arizona. I like what you've done with that team.
It's
Wow.
yeah.
Dude, if you look at the box score for fucking Fairbanks and North Plainfield, fucking Fairbanks punt, 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 half down, or halftime,
Wow.
touchdown, punt, punt, field goal, punt, touchdown, punt, 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 game.
Wow.
But yeah, North Plainfield's offense just stunk there. So, wow.
It's if I wanted to be close, as all my wins are close, except for the only one I had that was decisive was over Joe, and Joe's team was trying all kinds of different shit at that time.
All right, man. I'm picking you to win this one, Rick. I'll get you to 6-6.
Wow.
If I win this one and Bob loses, the pressure's going to be squarely on Bob's shoulders. I guess I will then have 6 wins. So,
Reza,
Brooklyn-
if I win tomorrow, I'm going to text you at work, Bob.
Oh man.
You could be in the middle of selling a car. I'm going to blow your fucking phone up.
I hope you have a good alert. Something like, good news, everyone.
They're like pretty close. They both put up about 190 points this season. The only thing is Fairbanks' defense is a little worse. So Arizona's going to get this one.
Yeah, I'll pick Arizona too. Slam, what do you
I'm
think?
jinxed.
I like Arizona.
Yeah, Bob, I'm going to be up.
Check your PMs on IHOF.
Will do, sir.
Okay. Brooklyn, Kansas.
Kansas and Brooklyn. Ooh.
Brooklyn's coming to Kansas.
Yeah, Brooklyn's been reeling. You might get them.
Kansas.
You're doing the all-out
Kansas
poison
turned it
apple
around
attack.
last couple of years.
All-out passing. You might get him. He's 21st against a pass. So, and you heave the ball more than most.
I don't. That's tough. Clay, I think you're going to win just because I don't. I think Jops went back to his roots of losing and not trying so hard. I can't say for fucking sure.
Yeah, because you're first in passing. At least passing your team is like a freaking aerial assault.
With no one to throw to. I mean, Harding's out.
Even though we got
But it's-
scored on a lot, one good thing that is our defense is doing well.
Mhm.
We're ranked number 1 against the yardage,
Oh yeah, you guys are.
ranked against the passing, completion.
Yeah, because I think how we got you was we got you with a run. That's how we got lucky and pulled that one off.
But right now, it's 2 bad teams facing off.
And if you look at the preview, it's all green on the fighting bum side. Better quarterback, better running back, better receiver.
Yeah, Clay, hit that preview button. Let's see what that says.
It's
There we go.
all green down the road here.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that. Oh man, but that doesn't mean
I
shit.
know it doesn't mean shit. I know.
I keep looking at those like when I'm game planning. I'm like, does this mean anything? Because I keep winning games when I have like running back comparison. I have the best running back, and that's it.
I've won games when I was like 12-point underdog. It's like, I don't know how I did. We did it.
Man. Now Clay gets this one. He's got home bonus.
Yeah. And then we have the Chicago-Oakland showdown.
Here we go. Chicago, Oakland.
Hit the
Yeah,
preview,
the,
brother. Let's see what the game says.
Oh, gives
Look at that.
O-line, D-line, secondary, and coaching to Jugs, and gives Bob the big 3, the triplets at the top.
Yes. Yeah, I'm calling Chicago. There's no way Oakland wins by 9. I'm calling Chicago by 3.
Oh, you're calling.
Yeah, if Bob
no,
takes
no,
your advice and cover one buzz,
Yep.
slow the train down, right?
We're not talking about covering. We're just saying win lose.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, you're going to take your advice and try to slow Jugs down that way.
Well, see, and I'm looking at a post from Jugs in the forum right now. I found time in my schedule to make some adjustments to my defense last couple games after we made 3 average at best QBs look like Hall of Famers. Hopefully this trend continues.
All right. I have Oakland winning this.
What a dick.
I'm
You should
taking Chicago.
you should support your friends.
Well,
yo.
wait a minute. You're supposed to make a prediction that you actually believe in, not just get your friends to win every game.
I believe that I believe Oakland's going to win this game.
I mean, honestly, until we find a way to beat him, I expect him to win too. I mean, our history in this league is probably closer than most leagues. Most leagues, he kicks my ass most of the time we play. I stayed with him for a little while in FFL. I had a better team, and there were a couple years I swept him, I think. But even then, we were only a shade over 500 against him. But in the IHOF, I bet we've only played 3, maybe 4 times, and I bet I've won 1.
And the IHOF is a pure smash, run guy. In other leagues, he's Mr. Pass.
I think it's going to, Red Zone will lose this, but he'll win our division at 8-8. And Rick will come in at 7-9 in our division.
So Witten's going to pick this one up. McIntyre's too much to overcome. If he can just slow his running game, which is all you got to do, he can't pass.
Well, I got a call tonight, guys.
All right, brother.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock out there.
Yeah, it's also going to be 11:30 by me.
Oh shit!
Yep, it's getting there.
So let's call it here, fellas.
All right.
We'll do Slam. Slam. He's playing. Here we go. Snap fingers.
Snap finger.
Yeah,
That's a win.
We
That's
got
a trap game, but he should win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with myself.
all right, fellas. Thanks for coming on.
Dude, been fun.
It's always
Great
fun
night.
talking.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me jump in late.
No, man, anytime.
See you guys. You have a good night.
Yep.
All right, everyone have a
Thanks,
great night.
guys. Good night.
Have a good
All right,
night,
later, boys.
fellas.